the call. Bring us your arms, pariahs of yore. All faces turn now to war. Exiles of the ash stare through crimson glow. Guards of the north sing their songs of the snow. Bring us the breath of the marshes and rain. Courage is rising again. War will weather the souls of the lost. Stand together, whatever the cost. Shields will falter and many will fall. Time has come for us all to answer the call. To answer the call. Right of summer shores guide the voices of kings. Children of bark, they will tighten their strings. Bring us the wits of the warm southern sands. Clouds over all of the land. War will weather the souls of the lost. Stand together, whatever the cost. Shields will falter and many will fall. Time has come for us all to answer the call. To answer the call. Get ready for war. Pedal to the floor. I got no code of honor that I'm fighting for. On Civil War.
Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to game number 1 between Frostbite and FC Hong Kong. We are going to go ahead and see some bands coming out before our first pick of Alterac Valley, or Alterac Pass. We are going to go ahead and see Battlefield of Eternity and Volskaya being banned out, as well as Brax's Boo! and Sky Temple being banned out by FC Hong Kong. This is going to be the pick of Frostbite for Ultra Pass, which will mean that we're going to see first pick and also first ban going the side of FC Hong Kong. So look forward to that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I bet we're going to see a Johanna Ban on the side of Frostbite. I'm a future psychic. That's why I do divinations. Yeah. And it looks like after saying they were ready, we're going to actually not be ready. I don't think I can actually fill up 5 minutes. So, I'm going to go ahead and disappear again. I apologize.
Amid the cracks in mirrors, the glow is growing dimmer. A scent from putrid rivers stumble blind. When the walls are closing, when you're crawling, choking, tumbling deeper down into the mind. When intuition fails you, I will spit exhale you, tumbling deeper down into the mind. The keepers of creation discharge my automation, deprived of all.
All right, we are back. Hello, hello, hello. Why is my camera consistently not able to keep up with what the chroma key should be? I swear I have to slightly adjust it every single time I end up on camera. It's a problem. But we are here. We are in the draft. As you can see, just like I said, FC Hong Kong over there does go ahead and have first pick and first ban. We're going to go ahead and see who they choose to ban out. This is Alterac Pass. Kind of a big map, but not so big that you have to have globals. Having point defense is really, really important. So this is a map where you see a little bit more beefy heroes. And Junkrat, a great ban on this map, is able to basically infinite stall from over that wall. And there's the Johanna. Look at me. I told you I was a psychic. I told you I know everything. Also, just to point it out, because I am proud, there is no filter today. This is all me. We're going to have the Varian, the Let's Go VA, coming out, and more correctly, not going because he is banned out. They decided they don't want a hard engage coming from FC Hong Kong, or coming against FC Hong Kong. And then interesting, they have Stukov. Now Stukov is super, super good. Don't get me wrong, but the fact they ban out Stukov and not Rhaegar, I don't think it's wrong, but it's definitely not what I'm normally used to seeing.
For the frozen throne!
Oh, oh, it's Geo. It's actually Double Dam coming out with the new Brock. Super, super heavy engage hero. They say, okay, you won't give us variance, so we can run up and not keep you from moving. Well, we'll get this other hero that's also good at running up and keeping you from moving. But in response, Miss Nugget going to come out with that Bright Wing. Be like, you know what? You can't slot me down when I'm all over the map. You come down to bottom lane to get me, boom, I'm in top. What you going to do now? We do also have less Malkier on the Blaze. Blaze, always interesting when I see him early, because I don't know if that means offlane or... And there is the Rhaegar was not banned out, going to be picked up by Dax. Dax going to go ahead and be the Mecha Rhaegar. Sylvanas coming out from Shadra. We got cheerleaders in the chat. Love to see it. I don't know what that was. I started to point, and then I realized that I'm reversed. I was like, ah! We do go ahead and have the amazing, the incredible, and the incredulous Thrall being banned out. Obviously, an indication that whoever their offlaner is, whether it ends up being Blaze or whether someone else goes the offlane, they don't want to deal with Captain, okay, I can do like 15% of your health all at once. I hate Thrall. Just saying. Li Ming banned, interesting. A lot of emphasis on not giving Frostbite infinite delay, because like Li Ming is also super, super, super good at being able to just chuck stuff over the wall and not let anything be channeled. Can only interrupt it 3 times, but that's the thing, can only interrupt 3. Hello? Dorkster coming out on his favorite Kael'thas. I feel like Dorkster is the Song of Fire and Ice, just as Kael'thas and Jaina. We have Apollo coming out on Lunara. Still not sure whether Blaze the offlane or the tank. I'm guessing offlane only because it's lost Malkier, and Magius is usually their tank, but they can always switch. This is customs. We go and have Tani Natai on the Falstad, going up against Lunara. Nature versus Lightning. And we do go and have Geo going up against, we don't know, but maybe Blaze. Leoric is a really, really good engage into Blaze. And frankly, Leo does struggle a bit with that percent damage from Thrall, so seeing that they banned out Thrall, I do not blame them for the Leo pick. I do feel like Leo kind of dumps on Blaze a little bit. Because Blaze is not good at running away, especially if he uses the charge. And then Leo can just go and get all of that health back up. Yes, go ahead and clip that out of context. Fantastic. I know. I was talking about that too, Ektar. Ektar and I are of the same mind, even though he won't cast with me. That's actually not true. I've never asked him. And he's actually cast me before, so it's doubly not true. But oh well. Talk to you in 2 seconds.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
People, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
All right, and coming into game number 1 between the fearless Frostbite and the ferocious FC. Man, what? Who told both these teams to start with the same letter? Hello. Oh, look at my icon. You don't want to look at that, but we do go ahead and have starting off in the bottom lane. Don't tell anyone. We do go ahead and have Magius playing the Muradin, Apollo coming in with Lunara, Miss Nugget coming out with Brightwing, Dorkster on the Kael'thas. And then last Malkier is going to be on Blaze, doing a little dance for everybody. On the other side of the battlefield, representing FC. Where's my overlay? Boop. We do go ahead and have Double Dam playing the Anubarak. Dax coming out on our lovely Rhaegar. I had to click. I forgot his name for a second. Geo on the Leoric. Shadra on Sylvanas. And Tiny Natai is on the Falstad. Meanwhile, we've got Cheese at the bottom lane. Not the team with Sylvanas. The other team is cheesing. And real quick, let me do this before I forget. And then got that taken care of real easily. All right, we do have Dax going all the... Oh, that's Geo. My bad. We have Geo going all the way across the map. For some reason, I always think Dax is an offlaner. I don't know where I got that idea from. We do have, as mentioned, Lightning versus Nature in the bottom lane. Sylvana's making her way to the no pit. Meanwhile, we do have Kael'thas and Miss Nugget. God, I want a Nuggie now. This is terrible. Oh, and Magius leaves the game. Fantastic. Love that for us. I've actually been having my internet drop out lately too. I think it's a problem across the nation. My internet used to be super, super, super solid, and then it only drops out for like 5 minutes, but it's super annoying. I like the sportsmanship, but at the same time, they have access to pause. Whenever I'm playing, if someone drops out, I'm like, you know what, they're going to pause. I'm not going to waste my time typing on the keyboard. Speaking of which, there was a rotation that I completely missed. I instinctively just pressed B in order to go back 15 seconds, and then remembered I wasn't in a replay. Whoopsie. That might be because someone, a certain Wooloo in chat, maybe cast from replays recently, and I got addicted. Do go ahead and have Dax moving in. Going to try and knock this down. Dorkster and Magic moving back. We do have Lunara back into the fray. Going ahead and doing a little hoppy hop down. Completely outpacing. Look at these poor footmen. They're like, man, I wish I could do that. It need forever to get anywhere. What the heck? Looking at our level 1 talents. We do go ahead and have new habits coming out of the blaze, as well as Mana Addict on that Kael'thas. Match is really, really low. There is a teleport in from Brightwing in order to save his miserable life. We do go ahead and get the Gathering Storm. What is going on with my mouse? I swear my mouse keeps jumping up to the top of the screen, and I don't know why. That is weird. I can't really mouse over. As soon as I move the cursor at all, it check this out, check this out. It's there. I press up, and it's suddenly up there. That is so weird. I've never actually seen that. There's Tiny Nutai coming out with Apollo. Captain Apollo. Very, very, very low on the fall stat. Does go ahead and get hit by Apollo a little bit. Camp is picked up on the side of FC Hong Kong. It's being worked on right now by McNugget and Dorkster, but they're going to go ahead and make short work out of this. Match is very, very, very deep. Goes in there's like, I'm going to go in and get this soak. And then he's like, wait, I see like 3 red health bars right next to me. That's probably bad.
Our camp is under siege. We have to keep that key.
All right, we do have the cage being picked up right now on the side of FC Hong Kong. Did manage to get in there before Dorkster could get in position to delay it. Although Kael'thas isn't amazing at delaying. That's a little bit too far for Gravity Lapse. And yes, you can use Flame Strike, but you can use Flame Strike one time and then it's on cooldown. Nice triple burst of stun coming out of the last Malkier. Also, this is a false set is not here yet, so this is a 4 vs 3. A lot of damage. Dax is about to go down. Not going to be able to. Geo trying to get out of here. Super, super low. There is Dorkster. Dorkster is looking for the kill, but will not get it. Malkier comes in though. Markster says, this is how you flame, son. And goes ahead and shows Kael'thas how fire works. You're going to have Shadroth moving in there, trying. Nice, nice, nice use of the Shadow Dagger, although this may be a problem. Good step back. Was about to just get absolutely collided on by Lost Malkier. Oh my gosh, and he got down to 1.2 seconds. Do you see that? Because I definitely see that. There's the channel coming out for Shadroth. They're trying to go ahead and keep this. Once again, Falsehead is not here. Falsehead just keeps wanting to get those soak biscuits, but that does mean that his team is constantly trying to fight down. They're like, okay, we actually do need you. And Nota's like, okay. I swear, did Nota used to be an offlaner? Because that's what I see from offlaners, where they're just continuously like, I need to soak at all times. Alright, we do go to have Geo up top. Falstead. This is what I'm talking about. Already just immediately flew off. Was like, I don't care. I want soak. They're just pushing for, and to be fair, they are up almost a full level because of Tiny Notai's obsessive soaking. But this is giving FC Hong Kong, or Frostbite, an opportunity to step into FC Hong Kong. Go ahead and try and get this, and they will almost assuredly finish the channel at this point. That cannot be stopped now. And we got some ponies coming out. I know they're ram riders, but I like taking ponies. I have a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have fun as well. You have Magius in the middle. It's like Malcolm in the middle, but not quite. Apollo pushing that up against Tiny Naughty at the bottom. I'm gonna push in here. Lunara, what did you take it for? Okay, did actually take the I'm gonna go ahead and like mage burn you. So not super good at doing damage to structures. But super good at making Naughty uncomfortable. Both teams are to level 10. Naughty is super upset about that, was pushing for a great advantage, and before engagement really started, both teams did get to 10. We'll look at the actual talents in just a second, but it looks like a fight's about to break out all over the place. Looks like we got Entomb, Ancestral Healing, Cocoon, Mighty Gust, and Wailing Arrow coming out. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go ahead and get Avatar, Phoenix, Thornwood Vine, Bunker Drop, and Blink Heal. Going back and forth, we do have Naughty bouncing back and forth. Oh, took Hopelessness. I like that talent. Once again, we get Dax and Shadra over here. Going ahead and clear these out real quick. But both of these teams very good and very disciplined at picking up these camps every time they come up. I love how fearless Magius is, although it scares me at the same time. Just walks out, says there's 4 of you. I don't care. I'm a freaking dwarf. What are you going to do? Polymorph onto Double Dam. The bug gets out of there. Can you polymorph a bug into another animal? I feel like that's cheating. He's already a bug. Alright, here is Double. They're at the bottom trying to push a little bit. We did go ahead and lose the wall down below. In the middle, we also lost the wall. And up top, guess what, guys? We lost the wall.
Let's take him back.
Got here just in time to see Kale Thoss getting Kale bossed. Miss Nugget does go ahead and blink heal right out of there. It'll be okay, but Magius not so much. Never mind, does go ahead and just do a little dwarf hop-de-hop. There is Double Dam coming through. They are not going to get the kill on Magius, but Sylvanas is here with her black arrow. Say, hey, guess who doesn't shoot? Here, spoiler alert, it's you, Fort. Here's Malkyr coming in, gets the big ol' stun into Double Dam, but it may not matter. It is still 3 versus all 5 coming up from FC Hong Kong. They want this Fort. They want this structure damage, but they also want Double Dam. Double Dam trying to move back, but it will. Tiny No Tide does get that. Apollo is on top of, oh my gosh, that mage damage. There's the Fly. Did they actually get out in time? I don't. Yes, Dax comes through for the heal, and we do have a save onto Bird Brain. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go and have, once again, the camps being picked up. A little bit faster on the side of FC Hong Kong, but we are not far behind from Miss Nugget. We do have Apollo and Dorkster moving into position as well. We are 2 kills to 2 kills, 13 to 13. It is anyone's game. Do not count your chickens before they hatch, because there could be 2 chickens with those eggs. You don't know. Oh, I did not even notice that this happened. Go me, I pay attention. You go to have Tiny Naughty down at the bottom of the map, picking up all of this lovely soak. Although by picking up, I mean does not pick it up, because that actually is soak that belongs to the blue team. Les Malkyr might be in a bit of trouble here. Is getting collapsed upon. Blaze is like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hang out in this bunker. Please come help, team. You're like waiting for bunker to expire, and that may not be the best choice, but there is, hey, guess what? You were just in a small cramped space. Well, here's Leo's cramped space for you, and Malkyr does go down. He should be used to that. He should like being entombed, but apparently he does not. But Lunara is taken out in the trade by Sylvanas. Polymorph comes down, and a big ol' hammer lands on Dax's head. Oh, well, I said Lunara taken out in exchange. They're on the same team. Go Raka. Go Raka, go Raka, go. Go Raka, go Raka, go. I can have my own song. It's allowed. All right, we are about 25 seconds, but everyone is up. We do gotta have Dax a little bit out into a forest. Geo comes through, does avoid the stuns, but does not avoid that. A lot of damage coming through. Ancestral healing is used. Geo trying to get out of here. The Phoenix is out, and Dorse will go ahead and channel this with 12 seconds left. This is going to be a disengage from FC Hong Kong as they go ahead and run back to the safety of their own grunts. But Apollo is hard on their heels, fast on their heels. I don't know. Numbers on their numbers. They were moving up to go and pick their camps, but now they're moving right back in. Trying to go in there, and there's a big ol' entomb. We do have Murden down. Dorser looking not too healthy. They are hanging out in the bunker, but Dorser's going to have no health when he comes out of here, and even less health after he gets killed. We do have a entomb coming on the Lunara. Apollo trying to get away, but it is a 3 for nothing so far on FC Hong Kong. There goes number 4. Lunara goes down, and we're going to go in and see FC Hong Kong. Actually, looks like they're going to go in and pick up the boss before they pick up the thing. They do send a Nubrak over here because the Nubrak can go ahead. In theory, can channel, but ends up the Locusts are just not cooperating. Oh, thank you very much, Weenus. I appreciate you. Weenus coming in here with the Weenus amount of biddies. Alright, No Tide lands again in order to help with the fight that is not happening. Meanwhile, here's a boss going ahead and being like, I have a club, you have a fort. I think the two of them should fall in love. Here, club, meet fort, meet fort, meet fort. Eventually it'll work out. The Giants are not smart, but they're incredibly, stubborn. We do go whenever we're kind of moving on forward. There is Apollo. Does a little bit of damage. The boss will go down before it even gets to the wall. But you know what won't? It's going to be this Wolf Rider riding right up here. These are always the raiders. How come you don't get resources when they hit a wall? I've played Warcraft 3. That's what's supposed to happen. Alright, we do have a lot of damage moving on through. I do like this. There is, unfortunate, they do go ahead and the great leap out right before the entomb comes down. Obviously, it was not a silencing entomb, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world. We are up 2 levels on the side of FC Hong Kong. Definitely preferring them going into the late game. Oh, that sounded like a... No? Every time I hear... Oh, there's Possession. For some reason, I thought Possession was level 7. So I was slightly confused when I didn't see it, because I'm like, that's the Possession voice line. I'm a bit surprised that while they were distracted, they didn't go and get their camp, but they didn't. So we'll go and clean this up very easily. We do have the blue team moving in, going in and getting a counter camp. Is a good point. Where's the gold mine on this map? I feel like that's something they should add. They should add like a gold mine back here and just a little trail of targetless peons going back and forth. Or peasants, because it's the Alliance side. Do go and have a lot of pressure coming out. Magus is going to head and getting entombed. Malkyr is in here as well. There's a cocoon. I like the Malkyr bunker being like, okay, just go ahead and hop out here. It almost reminds me of the old like bunker teleportation strategy from StarCraft. Terrible strategy, only used for memes, but it's hilarious. Do go and have a rotation. Are they going to bottom boss right now? I don't know why they would. The boss isn't up for over a minute. I was going to say, that seems awfully early to me. Work. Chat, favorite voice line from one of the Warcraft games? Go. For me, it's actually the Banshee. That if you click on her enough, she's just like, I hate you. Oh, me. Actually, no, I think the one I like even best is the Dryad. That's just like, I'm going to try out my human call. I am so wasted. Oh, nice. Penetrating Stormbolt does actually go ahead and stop that. Geo moved in front in order to actually stop it, but did not realize it could penetrate. Alright, we do go ahead and have the siege camp picked up. Moving on through, moving on across. Once again, we do have FC Hong Kong channeling this objective. Looks like they will most likely get it. It's not being contested by their opponents because they are up level 20. Their opponents say, I have absolutely no interest in trying to push this down. Malkir down here trying to pick up that yummy, yummy soap, but they are down a full level. All right, we do go ahead and have a nice push coming here. The blue team has gone up north, and then I guess realize where their opponents are, because their opponent's going to run here, try and knock this down before their thing can even get there. All right, they do go ahead and get the bottom keep down. We are moving in, Double Dam looking for some sort of engage. They do have a Leoric in the backline. There is the Entomb, but the Entomb does not actually get anything. And Blaze just sort of walks through it, says, yo, whatever. Don't even care, man. I've been everywhere, man. There is a big, big poly, but Double Dam going to be getting Ancestral does come out. Second Ancestral is committed, but is not in time. We do have Double Dam going out. We have a Eternal Gust. That's not actually the name of the ability. It is what? Wind Tunnel. I knew that. Being committed, but in order to kind of fully disengage on the side of FC Hong Kong, because they do realize they are both teams do have level 20, and with the death of Double Dam, that was an advantage for Frostbite. With their advantage, it does look like there's a boss fight coming out. Very telegraphed, though, and they need to be a bit careful. The good news is it's a noob and not like Brightwing, although Brightwing's on their own team. But no one that can actually, like Flawless could just fly down there. So it does look like this will likely not be contested. They can get this down in less than 30 seconds, and that's about how long it would take to spawn and run to the bottom lane. Lot of damage coming out of this here Giant. I don't know why I'm speaking with a French accent. Oh, I like this though. They realize their opponents are, they're like, we can't really fight this if we won't have our tank. But while they're down to the boss, guess who doesn't have a fort anymore? It's you guys. Very, very heads up play. One that I'm not sure I would have thought of because I'm not a great player.
The hordes captured more of our troops. You know what to do.
They're going to run back here, go ahead and stop this. That may give a momentary advantage for their opponents, but it depends on how quickly they can knock this down. They are scoping out this boss. Titan.I is just hanging out. Very, very, very targeted. They are up here. They realize their allies are not. They're just going to go ahead and give up this boss, and instead... They're not going for a core rush, are they? This actually might be brilliant. Because obviously False Head can go ahead and fly down. That does trigger a force back. Alright, that's a good way of forcing the disengage. I actually really like that as a play. Because they, with two keeps down, they could have absolutely burned that boss to the ground. So a very, very, very heads up way of making sure that that ends up resolved. I don't want to fight you. I'm just going to make you abandon it. Matt just goes ahead and gets spinied. Acting like he's playing Mario here on Mario Day. Do go and have the big coming in. We are at 30 seconds to go, but here's the big 5 versus 5. Both teams looking in. Good engages available on the side of FC Hong Kong. That Entomb, when it hits, is devastating, but it kind of has to hit. We already do have Ancestral down, however. No R's pressed on the side of Frostbite just yet. Disengage as Sylvanas is up here picking this up. Shader trying to get some pressure. The middle lane is already being pressed in by Bruisers on the other side. So here we go. Magus goes in and gets the stun on some Double Dam. Here's a whole lot of damage coming through. Magus is going to go ahead and get knocked down to about half health. Did not take third win, so will not be able to get back to the fight quite as easily. Especially, although it says, I don't need to get out of the fight. I'm going to go in and just jump. There is the wind tunnel coming out, just knocking people in place. Silence comes down. Geo is in there, but does go ahead and get polymorphed. No actual follow-up damage to take Magus out of the fight. I guarantee you Geo was screaming and comes, and there's someone from Brightwing. This is an advantage for Frostbite as they go and move forward. A lot of damage into Tiny Notai. Is he going to get out of there? No. The bird goes down. We have lamb chops for dinner. I don't know why lamb from birds, but you know what happens? Ektar, you really don't, because that's my nostalgia stream. That's where I play games that I loved when I was a kid. I do try and play weird games on Friday you can submit to, but I haven't been able to do that lately because I keep being, like, busy on Fridays. Alright, we do go ahead and have Frostbite moving in. Just go ahead and take this objective. Going to get a lot of pressure done. Their opponents are just hanging out in mid lane, but they are down both Falstad and Anubarak, so they're not going to really be able to push in against this. Do go ahead and have Shadra riding up here. Why are we following Shadra? I mean, why not? That's why. Yeah, I've been really bad about playing weird games on Friday. Because I keep having matches and, like, engagements and stuff. I do hope to get back to it. And really, you just suggest stuff to me. So we do go ahead and have a lot of pressure coming in. All three lanes relatively close. About a half dead on the middle lane as the fight goes out. Tiny Natai goes ahead and... I was going to say he's just spreading this bomb like crazy. But that's going to be okay. Geo does go ahead and get the Ancestral. Second Ancestral comes in. Malkir very, very low. We do have the Murder going down this time. Miss Nugget is going to go ahead and flash out. There is Geo moving forward, trying to get this. Does not have an Entomb. Dax is extremely low. Is trying to get poisoned out. Does get the heal off in the nick of time. There is Apollo coming through. Geo is just fearless. Walking into the back line. Will go down, but will take Kill Thoughts with them. Double Dam is being polymorphed. This is actually the health bars in favor of Frostbite as Double Dam goes double down. Shadra actually peeled off to go deal with the bottom lane, and that allowed the turnaround to happen. So this, in the end, was a 2 versus 2 in terms of the kills. There is Magus jumping in, but Dax is nearby. This is 3. Sylvanas is not nearby. This is a dangerous engagement to go into. Guys, be careful! Head coach Raka being like, that is a 3 versus 2. You should not be aggressing into it. Geo is back up now. So it is back into an area they really can't push into. Blaze has respawned, but he's a long, long way away. Alright, we just going to have Apollo moving through. Lost Malkir and Miss Nugget. They're going to go ahead and get this one. It looks like the answering boss is going to be coming out of the side of FC Hong Kong. This is a better trade or a better move on the side of Frostbite, because that's going to knock down a keep almost guaranteed, whereas this is unlikely to actually end. And needless to say, on this map, for anyone that doesn't know, which I bet is none of you, doing damage to the core doesn't actually matter because he'll just regenerate. That's why he's a boss and we're not, because we don't regenerate health like in 3 seconds. Are they actually pushing with this? I do not know that I agree with this. That boss will probably end. Like, he will get weakened by this, so it might be okay, but that's a big risk. Though this is one heck of a push coming up the bottom lane. Well, less now. Kilthoth's made pretty short work of it, to be sure. There's the wind tunnel, goes ahead and pushes people in. There's the Rowan hitting a lot of them. Geo takes a lot of damage. We do have the silence coming down onto Blaze. Maybe not the target you necessarily want to try and take out. Match is looking extremely, extremely low, is being pinged. We do have Geo extremely, extremely low. There is the 3 people down on the side of FC Hong Kong. But it does not matter. We do have the dwarf going down, and game number 1 does go in favor of FC Hong Kong. I pressed the wrong button like twice because I'm super talented. Oh, look who's in the orientation for her divination. Or for her top 5. Go ahead and move down here. So, looking at the stats in the game, we do have 12 kills to 10. Very, very, very even game. Very, very evenly matched teams. It did feel like a little bit better coordination, a little bit better, like, understanding, less shot calling, and more instincts coming out of the side of FC Hong Kong. We do go ahead and get, in terms of the overall stats, healing-wise, very, very even. About 3,000 separated them. 111 going to Miss Nugget. Dax healing for 108,000, of course. We do go ahead and get the Lunara, leading the way in damage, doing that mage build, 92,000. We do have 87 coming from Dorkster. That's a difference. Holy wow. Frostbite, my god. 92, 87, and then 43 times 2 is 86, which means that I think Dorkster may have done as much damage as the next 2 combined. Definitely Apollo did. Oh my. Wow. In terms of that soak, I was about to say I expect to see Falsehead, but Falsehead actually coming in 4th, although 19,000, Blaze leading the way, but a lot of stuff coming out of the side of FC Hong Kong. Looking at our talents, here they are. Copy them, love them, use them, abuse them, whatever you want to do. And I'll be back in a few seconds for game number 2.
Skellige wins a while, Skellige wins a while. Carry us on the tide, conquer the hills and isles. Oars in the morn and the tankard in the eve. Shores ever turn and the anchors ever heave. Oars in the morn, on the weather to weave. Skellige wins a while, Skellige wins a while. Up on the peak, unite, tether and rank the sile. Born through the storms, grant the rudders and oars relief. Forever warm, past the London and northern mean. Born through the storms, on the weather to weave. Waves are roaring, kindred on the sea. Sails are soaring free. Waves are roaring, war and revelry. Sails are soaring free. Winter's frosted hues, faint in Freya's breath. Shelter in the world, ever blessed. Waves are roaring, kindred on the sea. Sails are soaring free. Waves are roaring, war and revelry. Sails are soaring free.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 2. We are on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we do see first band going over to the side of Frostbite. That obviously means that they did choose first pick after they lost game number 1. This map is the choice of FC Hong Kong. It's a small map. It's a brawly map. It's an invading map. They're probably planning to go some sort of like hyper-aggressive comp. They already put Double Dam on a engaged tank like a Nubarak. I would kind of expect to see that again, assuming it's not banned out. But that's the thing. Last time Varian was banned out against them, so it's like they're going to get an engaged game. They're going to get Diablo. They're going to get a Nubarak. They're going to get Varian. You can't ban them all. There is the Brightwing. Brightwing! More correctly, there is not Brightwing. Being banned out, they say, we are getting tired of being polymorphed all the time. It sucks. It doesn't like us. Although, actually, that's not what they're saying because they played the Brightwing last game. Whoopsie. I know what I'm talking about. I paid attention to the game. I promise. And there is, of course, the Johanna ban, to the surprise of no one. Everyone's super okay with seeing Johanna not being played if they don't have first pick. But Machias does go ahead and take the Anubrak. Says, guess what, Double Dam? You don't get to be the stun bug. Stun bug. Winds are warring. Da, 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 da. So, as I mentioned this, I was like, Double Dam's going to get an engaged tank no matter what, and does pick the Diablo this time around. Is denied the bug, so goes for the demon. I just realized I've locked my cats out of the room for like a really long time. I didn't mean to. Between games, I will have to go get them. We do have Dax coming out on Tychus. Tychus, nice counter to a Nubarak. Nubarak already kind of squishy, and Tychus just melts through him. Mulcure staying on the blaze, really likes the stun boy. Miss Nugget not able to take Brightwing because they themselves banned it. Does go ahead and go for the, hey, you grab someone, you slam them against the wall. Well, guess what? They're coming with me. I'm now thinking of Anduin as like a seductress, and it does not work at all in my head. Why don't you come over and see me sometime? Whoop. With the Kael'thas being denied Dorkster, that means Dorkster's playing Jaina. I predict it. Let me turn that up just a little bit. Make sure you guys can get all of the amazing ear candy from this game. Rhaegar is banned out. They've already taken Anduin. They've banned out Stukov and Rhaegar. That most likely means that we're going to see either Malfurion or Deckard. They tend to be, although if this is engaged, it could be Tyrande. Tyrande does get seen every now and again. Yeah, I was doing a recording for charity, and so I locked them out, and I forgot to open the door. So we do have Sylvanas once again, and Geo. Geo not afraid of the Blaze, and Blaze better be afraid of the Ghost. Do have the Tassaface coming out. So Tassadar being used, not the Jaina. I predicted incorrectly. And we do have Apollo, Phoebus Apollo coming out with Lunara. Apollo, the best of the Greek gods. Why? Because the Romans came along and they were like, you know what? His name is just badass. We don't even want to change it. Everyone else gets a new name, but Apollo? You good? And as at least one practitioner came true. So it begins. La, da, 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 da. I'm gonna start a prediction up real quick and then go and let my cats in before they all get super, super sad. Because I don't like making my sets. And I will see you guys in game in just a second.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Little bit of a like delay in actually getting over here, but like I said, I had to run upstairs and open the door. So here we are. Cats are already checking me out, finding out what's going on. But we have a game to cast right now on the side of Frostbite, trying to come back after last game. We do have Superhero Anduin being played by Miss Nugget. Apollo coming out on the Best Deer, Hoppy Deer. We do have Magius playing a new Barak, Dorkster on the Tassadar. And we do go ahead and get Last Malkier playing the Blaze. On the other side of the battlefield, we do have Dax coming out on Tychus. Very, very, very sun-baked Tychus, it looks like. We do have Shadra on the Sylvanas. We have Geo coming out on to Leoric. Tiny Natai on that Deckard Kane. And who did I not talk about? Double Dam on the Diablo. Biggest character on the map, and somehow I missed them. There is Shadra up at the top lane. Blaze and Leoric dancing in the bottom lane. Oh, Blaze and Leoric doing a dance. Double Dam goes ahead and gets stunned. A lot of damage going in, being like, hey, Diablo, you don't have a lot of souls left. That means you are mortal. And a lot of damage does look like Diablo will be saved by Deckard Kane. And he hates that, let me tell you. He's like, all my years of fighting. That's what Deckard sounds like. I don't know if you ever heard him. Let me tell you about the time I saved the Lord of Terror. Actually, let me don't. It depresses me. We do go and have Geo at the bottom lane, going back against Last Walker. Neither side going for their camps just yet. Looking at our lovely level 1 talents. We do go ahead and get Regeneration Master coming out of the new Barak. New habits from Blaze, but no stacks on it yet, so not really making any new habits so far. Has not yet stuck to his New Year's resolutions, it looks like. Up to 22 souls on Dibbles. We're going to have a root coming on Sylvanas. Slightly avoids the poison damage from Apollo. And actually, Cookie, that's one of the things I've always... Because Apollo is the sun god until you look into it too close, and then Helios is the sun god and Apollo is something else. Like, it's weird. He's the sun god until a while, and then he eventually isn't the sun god, depending on which myth you're listening to. Do go ahead and have Malkir down at the bottom lane. Clearing this out, it looks like Geo moved up for just a second. Turned in some gems. There are 12 spider butts in the bank. Nice stun coming out onto Geo. But here's the thing, Geo's super good. Oh. It does look like Geo did go ahead and take Ocean Renewal at level 1. But man, Malkir's kind of beating up on the Bone Lord. Yeah, Geo, you need to not be here anymore. Do go ahead and have the camp picked up on the side of Frostbite. On the other side, we do have Sylvanas and the old man going ahead and do this. And Geo like, stop hitting me. It's rude. Actually, one time I dueled my teammate 1v1. This is my old teammate actually when I was on the Dragons. And they'd be like, oh wait, stop, and comes. And I'd actually stop. I thought something was wrong. He does it several times, and I'm like, if you, like, that's just bad manner. You have Double Dam walking out. When Swipey swipes with her clawy claws. Geo back out, but still fairly low. What is Ocean Renewal yet? Yeah, use it oh wait, that is Ocean Renewal. So 53 seconds and 91 seconds. So a while before that can come back. Geo does check the bottom camp, but not going to find much there. Both teams do have enough for turn in. Just whichever one to actually get them in. It does look like our blue team has 41 in the bank, only 18 turned in. Double Dam holding a lot of them. Geo does get theirs turned in. So Double Dam is our holdout. I like how they keep stepping up there and being like, no. Both teams going back and forth. Double Dam continuously threatening this turn in, making their opponents use abilities in order to stop her. Geo, you let Malkir turn in? That's alright though, just don't let Diablo die. Neither side actually getting a kill so far. So, good job so far. We'll have a good push up top even before the spider gets here. All members of the blue team, except for Blaze up here, or support this, but all members of the red team up here to stop it. Nice laser beams coming through, but Tessar did not take the level 1 that actually gets attacks off that, so matters a little less than it could. A lot of damage. Oh, know how? Never mind. I was. Okay, you guys can't see that, but I just like stopped talking and was like, ooh. You have the Sylvanas going down. Great laser blast coming out of the Dorkster. Here is Dax going back and forth. There's Tiny Natai, as well as Double Dam going swippy swipe with her. I'm not going to say it again. A lot of damage into the middle. They did save top. Will they save middle? A lot of damage is pouring out right now. Level 10s are all like, no. Sorry about that. My cat started pressing buttons and I panicked. Tell me if everything's... you can still hear me. It looks like the stream is still going. All right, we do have the red turn in. No forts actually went down, but two of them very, very low. We'll see if Red can get more value out of this. FC Hong Kong is moving forward. They have chosen middle lane as their priority. Nice double route coming out. Diablo is full souls. Very, very, very nigh invulnerable. As invulnerable as Diablo gets. Geo in both teams are level 10 at this point. Nexus talents are out. We do go ahead and have a double dam. Does get a lot. You know how I said Diablo is nigh invulnerable? Apparently I'm a big old liar, but you know what? It is tank for tank. And we are level 10, so Diablo will come back instantly and with 25 souls. Also, the top fort does go down, so they did get more value. Middle fort still up with 1,100, but that's not going to be very, very long for this world as they go ahead and move in. Go ahead and get that taken out very, very easily. Geo down below goes ahead and spooky walks right on out of there. The Hour of the Spider does indeed close. We do have a second turn-in available, actually for both teams, but being gotten right now by FC Hong Kong. That is a very, very, very good and aggressive move. We'll have to see if it works out for him. Lot of damage onto Dax. Dax has to get very, very far behind. Nata, you stood there for a long time with no one in your zone. You do know you can press the button again and just walk away. It doesn't even cancel the sleep. It just doesn't keep reapplying it. I only say that because I didn't know that. For a long time, I thought Deckard had to stay in place the whole time. So, just a general tip in case you are as ignorant as me. Top lane is pushing into fort right now. Does look like it is in order to keep. Not going to actually be able to get into the keep itself. So, great defense. Did not actually get any real value from the second turn. Usually, back-to-back turn-ins are rough.
Gems to my altar.
Oh, you just walking past the fort being like, whatever, I don't care about cannonballs. I don't got time for your cannonballs. Lunar does spot with the wisp. Then the wisp is... I was going to say going into a fort for some reason. Lunara is a sadist. Why would you tell your wisp to do that? Be kind to wisps. Do not send them into certain death. They're sentient thinking beings that actually took down Kil'jaeden. Like, hello? That was actually Archimond, my bad. I know lore stuff. Alright, we do have a blue turn-in. Now, their waves are somewhat pushed, although not too bad. They've actually pushed about back to mid. There's another wisp being sent to its death. Here we have a big engagement coming into the middle. We do have Frostbite moving forward, trying to go ahead and introduce the cold of winter. There's Magus in, goes a lot of damage. Old man Deckard Cain, not going to be long for this world, does get taken out almost immediately. That's the problem when you don't get to move against the Lunara. The Lunara is just like, oh, okay. It's almost as bad as doing that against a Chromie. When Chromie is still active, it's just like, okay, well, here's a full combo, have fun. So all forts in the game are down except for this one. Tychus is being brought down. That was a 357. Holy wow. There's like a big push is coming into this middle one. They are down their Tychus, and neither Sylvanas or Leoric are present, so not going to really be able to stop that. We do go and have a lot of damage coming onto Double Dam. Actually survives. I thought Double Dam was double dead for double sure. Okay, never mind. That was super anticlimactic. That was hilarious, though. Hey, remember last time when you got a boss and kept pushing into our bottom lane? Well, have a taste of this. This spider already has his butt all bandaged up because he just knows what's coming for you. That's not because he got hurt. That's called foreshadowing. Does look like we will have a turn-in opposite this, however, coming from FC Hong Kong.
Red team, you have done well. My magic is yours.
This boss will get limited value because the other lanes will be pushed back. That will keep the minions from actually coming in to support. But it does look like the call from Frostbite is to push with it. Not going to worry about protecting the other lanes. That might come back to bite them. They're going to lose bottom for sure, possibly mid-peak. Alright, here comes a lot of damage. Boss already down to half health. They actually might not lose bottom fort, only because the boss will be cleaned up so quickly that they will actually have time to go back and save it. Signs point to no, however. They're going to go ahead and prioritize saving mid-keep, and I do not blame them for this decision. It's very unlikely, even getting there, that they'd actually be able to stop all of this. Here comes the engage, looking into getting a lot done. I never zoomed out. Why didn't even no one tell me? They expect me to know what I'm doing? I definitely don't. Blaze in a lot of trouble. Blaze in the middle of Pain Train Town. But however, there's a big Tassar coming in. Tassar goes ahead and just deletes everyone. Maybe you should have given this guy Kill Thoughts because Dorkster is just cleaning up the enemy. Speaking of cleaning up, Deckard Cain going to have to go and get his Pampers on because he'll get absolutely taken out. Tassar puts another chink in his belt.
Return the gems to me.
Yeah, this is dangerous. We'll go ahead and get a blue turn-in here right quick. The lanes are relatively pushed. Top will get there first. These two have to come a long way. Webweaver will be about half dead by the time it gets here. But keep in mind, mid-peep is down.
Run, red team.
It really feels to me like FC Hong Kong came here to get a pick comp going on and just never actually got it. Actually, a lot of clear was done by blue after I said the lanes weren't that pushed. So now the lanes are super pushed, so I like that. It feels like Frostbite's a little bit hesitant to move in. They're just like, we can't lose this, we can't let this go, but it means they're never actually pushing their advantage. Because they're like, they engaged after they'd already lost the Webweaver. Alright, big sleep comes out. Double Dam is low. Even lowers matches, though, and a new rock gets cleaned up. There is the Entomb comes down. Miss Nugget can't go anywhere. But again, here's Tassar just dumping damage onto the clumped opponents. However, that is 2 kills in favor of FC Hong Kong. Geo moving in, but will get stopped by the Tassar wall. Malkier, you are insane. Like, it's 3 versus 5? What are you doing? I think they were just like, oh, they're just going to run down here right away, and did not think about what would happen. But now Malkir's down for 55 seconds.
Destroyed a fort. Destroy their constructs. Reclaim the gems.
Yeah, just once again, they are like, okay, we can try this. Our opponents are going to have people stuck on the other side of the map, and the opponents keep not being stuck. Very, very good stealthy movement coming from Hong Kong, going through the, areas of the map where they would not give vision of where they were. Yeah, Dorkster, you're not going to kill all of us now, because you're dead. And Sylvanas just goes in. This might be the end of the game. They're down both their DPS for quite a long while. All right, we have Blaze coming back up. Shields are being damaged right now. Big engage as my cat hits my mouse hand. We do have Sleep coming out. He is catching a lot of people. We are through the shields, down to 96%. I do not know if they can get through here. There's not a lot of damage from their opponents. Dax is out with the Odin, getting a lot done. We are down to about 50%, but Tychus goes down. We do have a ton coming in, double damage, just about to go down, but we are down to 20%. I do think we've got this. I do think FC is going to end up winning this 2-0 domination. Tiny Notai is down, but we're down to 5%, 2%, 0%, and FC Hong Kong does win game number 2. So with that, we do have FC Hong Kong winning the whole thing. Let me see if I can get you guys an interview. Bunk, I thank you very much for the raid, though you're actually getting here just in time for me to raid your friends somewhere else. So, but we will have the interview first, of course. All right, went ahead and asked them to step in for an interview. We'll see if they're able to walk in. In the meantime, hi. Let's go ahead and go over stats right quick. We do go ahead and get Natai. Looks like they will be joining us. In terms of damage, we still do have a chunk of damage coming out of the side of Frostbite, though not quite as one-sided as we saw before. Oh, it looks like Natai has joined us. Hello, hello.
Hey, Raka, how are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm great. A little shaky, but glad we won.
I definitely don't blame you. That last game was a lot clinchier than the one before. Normally I talk about the games in the order, but I just want to ask about that last game, because you guys definitely went to Tomb of the Spider Queen and then picked a Diablo comp, which I felt would be a very heavy engage comp, but it kind of felt like you were on the back foot for most of the game.
I mean, we got the double turn in early. We were feeling pretty good about that, and then they picked up some momentum, and that did definitely put us on the back foot. If not for the defense on the keep top and staggering some deaths, I don't know that we could have pulled it off.
Yeah, it was definitely very... one question I did have as I watched that map, because you guys banned out the Kael'thas after game number 1, and then Dorkster went on to Tassadar and just seemed to kind of wreck everything. Did you end up regretting just not letting him have Kael'thas?
I don't think so, because we have a problem social distancing, and so I think we would have wrecked ourselves with not being able to avoid the bomb spread. Tassadar did do a ton of work, though. That's for sure.
It was sort of funny. I was like, oh, I didn't feel like he got as much value in game 1, but then also game 1 wasn't as back and forth, so that could mean anything. Last question for game number 2. I know I'm going backwards, and I apologize. What did make you decide to go to Tomb of the Spider Queen?
Oh, it's a comfort map. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? Collect the gems, try to get turn-ins, and build momentum to the end. But it can just as easily turn as you saw. But we feel pretty good on that map. that was the entire logic behind going there.
So going back to game number 1 on Alterac Pass, on that one felt a lot more like FC that I'm used to seeing. What was your strategy going into that map? Because it definitely felt like, you get the camps on cooldown and then you just get a boss anytime the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, that's basically it. The only wrinkle to that is we took Falstad to try to keep as much of an XP advantage. I could stay in the lanes a little bit longer and then try to fly in and join fights. The Falstad pick almost bit us in the butt though, because I did mess up a Gus. I was trying to isolate Murden and I caught him in it, and that fight kind of got away from us. But I mean, I think the overall strategy was pretty successful, even though it came down to a core race in the end.
I did definitely feel like, cause I could see that. I do have to ask, because I asked this in game number 1. Did you used to be an offlaner? Because you are so obsessed with going to get soak. Like, it would be so funny. Your team would be engaging and you'd be off in another lane, and you'd have to fly back. And I'm like, they just like disengaged and re-engaged, and Natai is already off trying to get soak.
It's I didn't used to be an offlaner, but I do try to be, especially when I'm playing a global like that. I try to be conscientious of picking up as much soak as I can, knowing that I can join the fight quickly again. And the team was good about letting me know if there was something urgent going on that I needed to be there right away. But
I do also want to ask, because I just now noticed this. In game number 1, you had Dax on Rexar, and you were obviously on Falstad. But in game number 2, you reversed for him on Tychus and you on Deckard. What caused that? Is it just that they ended up banning Dax's comforts, or?
No. So what ended up happening is we had Nematode had an internet issue right before the match, so we had to bring in Shadra as a last minute sub, and so we did have to sort of shuffle our picks around based on that, because Nematode would normally play Tychus. But neither Shadra or I play Tychus, and I healed for the team in a former life, so it was Dax played Tychus, so I just shifted over to healer, and he was able to take Tychus.
All right, definitely makes sense. I was like, that's interesting, a role swap. My team is terrible about being like, okay, we're gonna go Murky, Rocket DPS. I'm like, I don't know how.
Now we're pretty fortunate. I think most of our team can flex just a little bit. So it was useful that I did use to heal for the team.
And then the last question, because I always ask this, although hopefully I don't get in trouble for asking it this time. Where did the name FC Hong Kong come from?
So I guess it was kind of a controversial thing at some point, right? It was at the time. Well, China is still trying to take over Hong Kong and then sort of oppressing its people. So it was kind of a political statement, if you will, to free Hong Kong. But it's a little too controversial for NGS, and so we changed it to FC Hong Kong. FC usually stands for football club, but it's close enough to free Hong Kong that we were able to keep the name.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think that was right after the whole Hearthstone thing that happened. Because I'm going to talk about it, and NGS will yell at me later, I'm sure.
We've been slapped on the wrist for it already. We had to change the name, but And
I do, for the record, I do sort of get that, just because you get into a situation where you let this, and then all of a sudden someone else has a political thing that comes up, and they're like, I want to name a team, let's go Brandon, and now NGS is like, crap! So we really don't want to let that happen.
Yeah, no, it's understandable, right? But they have to try to keep it as how do I say that? It's hard to appease everybody, right? And there are people on all sides of issues, but we tried to keep it as close to the original intent of the name as we could.
Fantastic. And then that is all the questions I had for you. So let me go and turn it over to you for any shout-outs you want to give.
Definite shout out to the team and to Shadra for stepping in at the very last second and doing an awesome job on DPS. I think her Sylvanas was pretty kick-ass in both games. Other than that, our opponents, Frostbite, definitely put a scare into us. They're a strong team. I hope we don't have to play them again. Yeah, those games were a little too clinchy for comfort. And then lastly, to I know we had some viewers in Twitch, some friends from other Discord servers, other NGS teams. Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right. Dax has actually redeemed to have me show off my boots. Unfortunately, Dax, I'm actually a big old liar, so I'll have to redeem that because I'm actually wearing my tennis shoes today. So, gonna have to give those back. I actually did not end up wearing them. My bad. But congratulations to FC Hong Kong. 2-0 domination. Gonna have to reassess my divinations once again.
All right, thanks a lot, Rocka. Thank you for casting too.
My pleasure. And enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I can't guarantee that, but thanks again.
My pleasure. And for everyone else, I will go ahead and raid over to someone else, but I am back at 11 for another cast, so make sure you mosey on back here in just a little bit. Now let me find out who else is streaming right now. Of course, the site is slow.